Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How are you all? Well, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Friday Reflections. And I discussed one principle on how to develop habits and routines in the previous episode of Friday Reflections. We all know that sticking with good habits can be a real challenge sometimes. But once good habits settle in, they kind of tend to benefit us in the long run. So in this episode, I'd like to share second principle with you guys. So stay tuned and let's get started.
وأحسن منك لم ترقت عيني وأحسن منك لم ترقت عيني وأجمل منك لم تلد النساء خلقت مبرأ من كل عيب خلقت مبرأ من كل عيب كأنك قد خلقت كما تشاء وأحسن منك لم ترقت عيني.
Okay, so the content I'm presenting comes from Muhammad Fares Productivity Masterclass. I'm going to share one hadith. With this hadith, the second principle may be properly described. This hadith is in Musnad Ahmad and Sahih al-Albani. Prophet ﷺ said, "Indeed, for every deed there is a zeal, and for every zeal there is a slackening. So whoever's slackening is towards my sunnah, then he is successful. But if his slackening is towards other than my sunnah, then he is ruined." Now, what does that mean? I'm sure you have come across this in your professional and personal life, that there's always a zeal when you start something. There's always an excitement. Like when you start gym, you start reading Quran, you start some diet plan. There's an excitement that, I'm going to give my 100%, right? Now, this is human. This is natural. But Prophet ﷺ is warning us and telling us that for every zeal, there is a slackening. So it's natural as human beings to go through these phases, like giving your best and then you feel like you can't do it anymore. Just recall last time you started, you try to diet, you try to exercise, or you try some religious ritual like reading Quran or a job, or first few weeks you were all out there. Then after a few weeks the energy was not there anymore. Now people think that it's a failure. After 2 weeks you kind of give up, or you feel lack of self-esteem, or people make you feel bad for this. No, it's human to go through these moments. Then Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gives you boundaries. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is reminding us that when you feel like going through these moments of laziness, falling back, then if it's towards my sunnah, meaning at least don't go outside the boundaries. Try to establish 5 daily prayers, try not to fall into haram, then that person is successful. But if his slackening is towards other than my sunnah, like you stop praying completely and you leave all the fara'is, then that person is ruined. So the idea is of having these moments of zeal and slackening and knowing that it's natural, but then having boundaries for these slackening. Yes, you might have days when you are following a perfect routine, having perfect habits, everything works great. But sometimes, like when you are traveling or you are sick or you don't feel like it, when that happens, how do you manage that downward spiral? How do you hold yourself back from just completely losing track or completely going off track? To explain this hadith further in these two sayings, one is by Ibn al-Qayyim, who was a scholar. He said, slackening for people on the path has to occur. Whoever's slackening is moderate and did not take him away from obligatory acts and did not make him commit haram, then it is hoped that he'll return better than he was. Means if you are somebody who is going towards Allah, now people on the path means people who are on the path of spiritual development, people who are there to grow. Slackening has to occur. It's inevitable. There's nothing wrong with you for slackening. But again, whoever's slackening is moderate. Maybe you are not super healthy with your diet. Maybe you are not fasting Mondays and Thursdays. Maybe you're not praying extra nawafil. But it's moderate, okay? You're going to miss out on your nafil or sunnah prayer. But obligatory acts are there. So this is what happens for the people on the spiritual path. Sometimes you kind of slow down a little bit and come back stronger. You have to be spiritually intelligent enough to recognize when to slow down and when to go all out. Hazrat Ali Raziyallahu Anhu said, the nafs, self has comings and goings. When it comes, take it with determination and worship. And if it goes, slow it down with obligatory acts and wajibat. You know, there are days when sometimes, nafs wants to do good. You feel like offering extra nawafil, offering tahajjud or extra good deeds. So hold on to it. Take it with determination. And sometimes you have to drag yourself to get up for Fajr even or do something important. Then don't run away. When it goes, then you need to slow down and stick to wajibat and faraiz. So the idea of this principle is to understand we have goings and comings. We go through moments of slackening and it's natural. Don't worry about it. We just have to protect the boundaries of that slack. So next time when you feel like doing extra good deeds, then do it with determination. And when you feel like you can't do it anymore, then slow it down with obligatory acts and wajibat. I hope it's beneficial for you guys. I will see you with another reminder. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
उम्मत के लिए रोए वो रातों को अकेले में भूले नहीं वो हमको कभी दुनिया के झमेले में उस ज़ात गिरामी से मंसूब जो बातें हैं अल्लाह की कुदरत को मतलूब वो बातें हैं अल्लाह की कुदरत को मतलूब वो बातें हैं अहसन मिन कलम तरक़त ऐनी व अजमल मिन कलम तरिद النساء خلقت مبرأ من كل عيب خلقت مبرأ من كل عيب كأنك قد خلقت كما تشاء